The real question is here now, why we are here today, is do I still think Rigby is trash?
Ah, sick!
I guess I gotta untrash Rigby now. I'm up to episode 5, season 8. But at the time when I wrote my script for this, because, holiday time and get busy and stuff, I cooked a bomb meal for Thanksgiving, and I was proud of myself. I was up to season 7, episode 36 when I realized some things, and I'm like, okay, maybe Rigby's not trash after all. So for anybody who has not watched the show, go watch it and come back, or just continue to watch this on how I trash whoever I'm going to trash next. One thing I have to say is I believe that a lot of the characters in the show have at least a piece of crappiness to them. Except Pops. Pops, I think, is just the purest of them all. If anything, he's like a child in adult form. But I am going to start with Rigby because I did trash him first. I was like, yes! Oh man, the slow motion was great. I'm like, oh, he slammed him right. I said, I know he's going to slam him right through that table. That's exactly what he did. I still enjoy that scene, by the way. I stand by it. I still stand by it. Put him through that table again. There we go. But one thing I can say, at least Rigby's been, I'm up to season 8 now. He didn't end yet. But one thing I can say is, at least he's still living. Rigby. Rigby really did do a lot of growing up. Once Mordecai got his girlfriend, well, first he dated Mordecai. Whoa, Mordecai didn't date Mordecai. Hold on, wait a minute. I just got excited. Mordecai did date Margaret for a little bit, and then at one point he went off and started dating CJ. Yes, CJ. The little cloud girl. She ain't little. She grows into something big when she angry. Once he started dating CJ, that's when Rigby was like, alright, well, you always hanging out with CJ all the time. I'm gonna go live my life. And I'm glad he did. It's about time. Now, there was an episode where Rigby was taking up for Mordecai, and I was like, whoa, because a lot of the episodes from the beginning seasons, right, I'd say between season 1 to maybe season 4, right, he would always be doing stuff. It's like, yo, what is this raccoon doing? But now he starts to live for himself, and I appreciated that. He started to date the girl who he just despised of all this time. It's like, come on, you like her. Stop it. It was the Halloween episode where Rigby became a house. Who was in that photo? Yeah, she was in that photo. Stop playing, Rigby. He was fronting on her the whole time. But finally, when he gets together with her, I think that she brought out the best in him because she eventually helped him realize that he has more potential. For example, there was an episode where they found like her old wish list, and she wanted to be with someone super duper smart. He's like, damn, I'm not that dude. Like, I'm not smart. I'm not a professor anywhere. He chose to go back to school, and he went back and he graduated. That was awesome. I was like, yo, that was so selfless. Like, you want to be good for her, not just for you? I'm like, yes, be the man she needs. And then at one point, there was a point where his brother, who he just hates so much, like, come on. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Don. I believe that was his name. He would like, give me some sugar. But I have to say, he really, he was getting Elaine gifts. And then at one point, he was getting Mordecai gifts. But when he was giving Mordecai gifts, he was giving him gifts that he liked. Like, come on. Are you serious? It was just silly. But he eventually got better. He went and put in some effort to make the best game that he could for his good friend. It wasn't the best game, but it was the thought that just count. And then for his girl, he actually put some thought into it. She loves scavenger hunts and trying to guess what things are, and he's tired of her always guessing what he got her. So he did something super cool. He went a bit too far. Way too far. But it was a thought that count, and he really, put his best foot forward when it came to Elaine. And I'm like, you know what? Good for them. Now let's go and get over to Mordecai. Because Mordecai. Back to when he dated Margaret, right? Oh my gosh. I have to agree with one of my sisters. She says she hates Margaret, and I get it. Because Margaret, come on. I know I wasn't going to talk about her, but I'm going to talk about her now. Margaret, you're like, oh, I want to go away to school. And when I go away to school, like, I'm going to go live my own life. She didn't say that, but she might as well have. Because Mordecai was just down in the dumps for her. He wanted to be with her so bad. This man was trying to, like, deliver this sweater to her. Her sweater, cardigan, whichever it was. And I guess he had to see for himself that she was just living her life. And he had to go live his life, too. So I'm glad he saw that. But then later, while he's dating CJ, here she come like, oh, hey, Mordecai, how you doing? Dooba-dooba-doo. Oh, I'm just being friends. It's like, stop. Why are you playing with this man? What is this for? Margaret, you're garbage. Anyway, we're gonna crown her as trash too. Yeah, let's crown her. Yeah. Trash clown right there. I think she. You know what? Let's put her. I don't know if I'm gonna put her as number 1 or number 2 yet, but we'll talk about this at the end. But then there was this episode where he's like, "Oh, you know what, CJ, coming to the movies," and then he just decides out of nowhere, not thinking out of his bird brain, "Oh, Margaret, come to me to the movies." And like, what? CJ comes in and she's heartbroken. Like, you are just garbage. How could you? But anyway. He apologizes to CJ eventually. They dating now. We're just going to fast forward to them just completely dating now. Excuse me. Drink your water, kids. CJ's over here. They having such a great life and all of that. They even had a moment where, they had a little anniversary. It was cute. CJ seemed like she was the one until Margaret came. And then Mordecai was being such a freaking coward. Be honest, Mordecai. Be honest. Of course he couldn't be honest, but whatever. Then, let's get to the meat and potatoes here, right? Now, that part of my last video, when I was talking about Rigby is trash, I said this. I have to say, I feel like I identify more with Mordecai. The one who's responsible, who does what they're supposed to do. But no. Rigby over here be wanting to eat trash. I mean, he's a raccoon. I get it. Don't relate to this bird at all. This bird is wildin'. He done Rigby a few times. And how many times has Rigby him? None. But back to the fact that Mordecai was dating CJ. Now, when he started dating CJ and things are going well, yada yada, it's all good and stuff. And now Mordecai's over here slacking on work. And you know who took up the slack? Rigby took up the slack. Rigby's over here doing 2 jobs. Whether he's doing good or not, he's doing 2 jobs. And what's Mordecai doing? Over here fiddling around with CJ. And then, at some point, they were standing in front of Benson, and he had the nerve to say, oh, Rigby, you don't do anything anyway. What? But Mordecai is trash. Trash clown. Oh my gosh. CJ deserves better. Poor CJ. Drum roll! Who is the trash character? I think I've already said that already, but number 1 is Mordecai. And Margaret, the 2 M&Ms. Trash them both. But they do make some great content for the show. So it is what it is. I say, yeah, Mordecai's trash. He's a terrible friend. He only likes and hangs out with Rigby because he was beneath him at one point, but now Rigby has a high school education and hopefully he goes to college. Who knows? Maybe he will. In the end, they have their bull crap like any other family, right? and they come together when it matters most. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time.